fences ahead of them. The 17 runners for the Jameson Irish Grand National. Flashing Steel lining up on the inside. The yellow colours Johnny, and they're off and a roar from the crowd as they begin to charge up the hill. Flashing Steel, Go-Go Gallant and Son of War are the three early leaders, followed by Norman Conqueror, and after Norman Conqueror on the inside is Johnine, then Manila Lad, and Cool Dawn jumps up there towards the outside. A mistake of the first by King of the Gales, but as they go now towards the second fence, which is the first of the ditches, Cool Dawn and Conor O'Dwyer in the lead, jump it ahead of Manila Lad, Norman Conqueror, and they're all safely over the first ditch, heading up now towards fence number 3, and Cool Dawn, the leader, from Go-Go Gallant and Flashing Steel, and they're being followed by Norman Conqueror with Son of War, King of the Gales. Lord Singapore is on the inside. At the third, Cool Dawn and Go-Go Gallant, and Friends of Gerald has unshipped Paul Roach there at the tail of the field, made quite a bad mistake and is out of the race as they make the top turn going towards the fourth. Cool Dawn, the leader, being followed in second place by Go-Go Gallant, and then comes Captain Brandy, Norman Conqueror in fourth place, and behind these is Manila Lad. Flashing Steel a bit slow there, lost ground. The back markers at this stage are second schedule and another excuse as they continue down the hill going towards fence number 5. Cool Dawn is the leader, being followed in second place by Go-Go Gallant. Then comes Captain Brandy and Norman Conqueror, and after these the great Son of War, Flashing Steel recovering lost ground on the inside, and Manila Lad, Lord Singapore, Jadami in midfield, and we've almost lost Fisher Seal there, made a dreadful mistake and has dropped out to last as they come to the second ditch, and Cool Dawn, the leader. Flashing Steel lands in second place there, and they're followed on the outside by Captain Brandy. Then comes Go-Go Gallant, Norman Conqueror, and behind Norman Conqueror is Manila Lad, Jadami in mid-division ahead of Carrigan Kerrier, Lord Singapore. Then Johnine, Son of War, has dropped back through the field. Then Feathered Gale, King of the Gales, second schedule, another excuse, and finally Fisher Seal as they come down towards fence number 7, and Cool Dawn, the Hunter's Chaser, in the lead, and Captain Brandy is gone there. Captain Brandy takes crashing fall as they come towards the next fence, and Cool Dawn by about 4 lengths to Flashing Steel. Alongside Flashing Steel is Go-Go Gallant, and the riderless Feathered Gale could cause problems for the leaders as they come to the next fence, and Cool Dawn, accompanied by the riderless horse, jumps it clear of Manila Lad. Flashing Steel is next, mistake at the back there by Feathered Gale, and second schedule is right out of contention at the tail of the field as they continue down towards fence number 9, and Cool Dawn bowling along 10 lengths clear now of Go-Go Gallant in second place. Then comes Flashing Steel, Manila Lad. Carrigan Kerrier makes ground towards the outside. Norman Conqueror, Jadami, then Lord Singapore and Johnine, and behind Johnine is King of the Gales, and then Feathered Gale. Son of War struggling towards the back. Then another excuse, and Fisher Seal in second schedule has been pulled up before that fence as they come down the straight for the first time. Fence number 10, and Cool Dawn enjoying himself out in front, preceded by the riderless horse, and the Lord Singapore, a slight mistake there in mid-division, coming down towards the 11th, the fence before the stands, and the riderless horse galloping ahead of the field. Cool Dawn in the lead, being followed in second by Go-Go Gallant. Then comes Manila Lad, and then Flashing Steel, slight mistake. Then comes Jadami going easily. Then comes Norman Conqueror, Carrigan Kerrier, Lord Singapore, King of the Gales, Feathered Gale beginning to improve as they go towards the fence past the stands. Number 12 of 23 in Cool Dawn and Conor O'Dwyer out in front, 6 to 7 lengths clear of Manila Lad, Go-Go Gallant, Carrigan Kerrier, Jadami going very easily in 5th, and then comes Flashing Steel as they go to the fence past the stand. Cool Dawn from Manila Lad, Go-Go Gallant, and then comes Carrigan Kerrier, all safely over. Fisher Seal is not jumping at all well, having made a dreadful blunder on the far side, and they start up the hill going now towards fence number 13, and it's Cool Dawn in the lead from Manila Lad second, Go-Go Gallant is third, Jadami's gone fourth, Flashing Steel is fifth, Lord Singapore next, then Carrigan Kerrier, Norman Conqueror and King of the Gales. Cool Dawn makes a first mistake. Lord Singapore's a faller. Lord Singapore's gone as they go towards the next ditch, fence number 14. Cool Dawn being chased by Manila Lad in second, Go-Go Gallant in third, then Jadami on the outside, the green and black colours. Then comes Feathered Gale making a forward move, and then Carrigan Kerrier, Flashing Steel behind them as they race towards the top of the hill. This is fence number 15, and Cool Dawn who's made most in the lead, being chased by Manella Lad, Go-Go Gallant, Flashing Steel, Judami, then King of the Gales on the inside of Norman Conqueror. And after these is another excuse with Feathered Gale, and then Carrigan Kerrier has lost ground. Johnine and Son of War is last. Fisher Seal appears to have been pulled up as they reach the top of the hill. They've 8 fences left to jump, and Cool Dawn is the leader from Go-Go Gallant. Then Manella Lad close in third, Judami 4, Flashing Steel 5, Feathered Gale 6, 7, Norman Conqueror 8, Carrigan Kerrier 9 is King of the Gales. The gap then to another excuse, and Johnine and Son of War is well behind as they go down to the 7th from home, and it's Cool Dawn, closely followed now by Go-Go Gallant in second, Manella Lads in third, then Flashing Steel 4, Judami on the outside, then comes Feathered Gale, a break to Carrigan Kerrier, Norman Conqueror, and then comes King of the Gales. The final ditch, 6 fences from home. Cool Dawn, Go-Go Gallant jumps to the lead, Flashing Steel blunders there, and as they come away from it, it's Go-Go Gallant, the new leader, being followed in second place by Manella Lad, third on the inner Cool Dawn, Judami right with them in 4, and Feathered Gale just behind the leaders, a break then to Flashing Steel and Norman Conqueror, and they're followed by King of the Gales. 5 fences left to jump. Go-Go Gallant the leader, Manella Lad, Judami still going well on the outside of Cool Dawn, who's not out of it. Manella Lad takes a chance with that one and loses ground as Cool Dawn comes away from it just in front. It's Cool Dawn who leads narrowly from Go-Go Gallant, Manella Lad, then Judami and Feathered Gale, and they're clear of Norman Conqueror and Flashing Steel with 4 fences left to jump in the Irish National. And it's Cool Dawn from Go-Go Gallant, Judami still with plenty left in him on the outside here. Quick jumps as well, Manella Lad's a faller. And it's Cool Dawn now from Go-Go Gallant and Judami on the outside as they come towards the third last fence in the Jemison Irish National. And it's Cool Dawn back in front from Go-Go Gallant, Judami right with them. The only other one with a chance is Feathered Gale, a long way back then to another excuse as they jump to third last. And it's Cool Dawn from Go-Go Gallant, Judami on the outside, Feathered Gale in 4, and there's a distance back to another excuse as they swing for home. They've 2 fences left to jump, and it's Cool Dawn being tackled by Judami. Then comes Go-Go Gallant and Feathered Gale in the noseband. Down to the second last, Judami, ears pricked on the near side. On the far side, Cool Dawn. Feathered Gale just behind them, and racing now to the final fence. It's on the near side, Feathered Gale and Judami. Over on the far side, it's Cool Dawn. Back in 4th place, Go-Go Gallant. Feathered Gale and Franny Woods, the near side of Judami, and Mark Dwyer up the last. Feathered Gale, 3rd last year. Over in front from Judami in 2nd and 3rd place. Behind these is Cool Dawn, but Feathered Gale is the leader as they race into the closing stages. Arthur Moore is going to win his first Irish National as a trainer. It's a 2nd success in the race for Franny Woods. Feathered Gale, 3rd last year, strides up to the line. The winner, as Franny salutes the crowd. Judami, a big run, 2nd, beats about 8 lengths. Cool Dawn is 3rd. Go-Go Gallant is 4th. Followed in by another excuse. Son of War stays on from a long way back, and they're a long way clear of Johnine, and the only other finisher was King of the Gales. Looking down the track, we see that Flashing Steel, last year's winner, was pulled up, and also Carrigan Kerrier. It looks as if Norman Conqueror went at the last. Tommy Tracy is leading him back.